Good morning. I look like absolute death right now. So I went to bed at like 10, woke up at 1 a.m. and was awake until 5, dealing with family stuff. Okay, so it is much later now. What am I reading? So last night I finished Cinder. I was listening to it on Libby. Probably, you might not know about me, but I went to automotive school when I was 19. And so I became a Honda certified mechanic. Cinder is a cyborg and it talks about, you know, machinery and stuff. And that was cool for me to hear. So I was like, oh, reminds me of my old, you know, my old days, my heydays. So yeah, I really liked that about Cinder. Really liked the world, really liked the kind of vibe. But yeah, the ending, I was like, okay, now I have to read the second book. This was like, there was no sense of completion at all. It was just like I don't want to say anymore. I watch a lot of booktubers and they talk about books that I want to read, and I skip through like 90% of what they say because I don't want to know too much going into a book because I'm afraid their opinion will influence my opinion. So feel free to skip through. I don't care. I am reading Clockwork Angel. This is a reread for me. It is for the NEWTs. So I'm going for Divination Professor. And I think one of the prompts, I think it's for divination, is to read the most recent book you bought, the last book you bought. So when I read this book the first time, I actually listened to it on audiobook. Now I have not read Clockwork Prince or Clockwork Princess. So I definitely want to do those next. So the first book I ever read by Cassandra Clare was The Mortal Instruments, of course, City of Bones. And I absolutely freaking hated that book. Why did I hate that book so much? It was the weird descriptors she used. For example, I think Clary is like running through the city streets on a hot summer day, and she writes that Clary's legs felt like bags of water. I think she also says like, oh, Clary felt like she was running through hot soup. Like, what? His hair hung like squid tentacles. His eyes were the color of antifreeze, which, sorry, maybe it's just the mechanic in me, but antifreeze comes in like a million colors. It comes in orange, it comes in blue, green, red, purple, shit. Okay, I reviewed it on Goodreads, September 23rd, 2013. Shall I read it to you? This book, ... was the worst book I have ever read in my entire life. Not because of the storyline, not because of the characters, but because of her horrible, all caps, writing. I can't even believe that this book was allowed to be published. Someone should fire, or better yet, murder her editor. Jesus. This author is absolutely obsessed with making comparisons that just plain do not work. Example, leaving the Institute was like climbing into a wet, hot canvas bag. Humid air pressed down on the city, turning the air to grimy soup. How, quote, in the name of the angel, did she even come up with that? Then I started to enjoy the book because I would laugh hysterically whenever I read an awful analogy like this one. Electric blue dyed hair that stuck up around his head like the tendrils of a startled octopus. Yeah. And then that abomination of a movie came out. I'm sorry. It was real bad. I feel like I need to mention this. Godfrey Gao, is that how you pronounce it? Godfrey Gao, who played Magnus Bane in the movies, is the most handsome human being on the face of the earth. But I didn't care for his portrayal of Magnus Bane. I really like, is it Harry Shum Jr.? I like how he portrays Magnus Bane. I've seen a few episodes of the TV show. I haven't watched the whole thing. I definitely like the TV show Jace better. Sometimes the TV show is quite cheesy. In my opinion, controversial. I will say book 2, the writing drastically improved. I did not finish the series. I read like the first 4 or 5 books, and then something to do with a plot in the story, it just kept pissing me off. I felt like they were dragging it out, and I was just like, fucking dragging this out. And so I just gave up. I would totally go through and reread the series and finish it. I am on page 215 of Clockwork Angel, really enjoying my reread. The audiobook, I listened to it, like I said, like 4 years ago. I don't love the audiobook because it's like narrated by a lady for Tessa, and it just, she sounds like an older lady, and so I pictured Tessa as like this old frumpy lady. But yeah, enjoying this so far. I do hope to finish the Infernal Devices series this year, so I'll probably read Clockwork Prince next month and then Clockwork Princess in October. Right now it's almost 7 p.m. and every night I take my hedgehogs out of their cages and I clean their cages, and I have hedgehog bonding time, and so yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I may get a little bit of reading done before I go to bed. I'm gonna look on Libby to see if I can find an audiobook to listen to, since I just finished Cinder last night. I will be asleep by 10 o'clock, most likely. So, see you whenever, I don't know. Okay, good morning. It is, what's the date? Thursday, the 22nd. You've just seen me make my morning latte, and I do it every morning because I cannot survive without it. I dilly-dallied over whether to buy an espresso machine or not. Best purchase I've ever made. So I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm going to watch a YouTube video. And today I'm watching Bookables. I absolutely love her personality. I like her voice. I don't know, she kind of reminds me of Jenna Marbles. And Jenna Marbles is freaking awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna drink my latte and then get ready for work. Okay, so my contacts are in, my teeth are brushed, and I need to style my hair. I do the curly girl method. The secret ingredient I use to style my hair every morning is water.
Closing my eyes, inside the selfish, letting myself take time to listen to my conscious singing. A little faded, but as I try, it's slowly coming back to my ears. A broken melody on a vague baseline, remembering the feeling it gave at my first rape. It's suddenly flooding to my heart.
Yeah, I really don't like to wear a lot of makeup. I used to like eyeshadow, eyeliner, fake eyelashes, the whole thing every day, and it took me like an hour, but now this is it. Finished look. Very, very, very casual because it's summertime in Japan. I'm an English teacher, if you didn't know. And since it's summertime, I have no class, so I will be sitting at my desk all day long. But I don't mind. I read books, I bullet journal, I like do my budgeting. I take classes on Skillshare. We call it desk warming. So I sit at my desk for 8 hours. Yeah, I try to stay productive, so I don't mind it. Got my backpack packed up. Isn't that keychain so cute? It's a Sanrio and Splatoon collab. Look at the butt. Here is my wonderful book sleeve, Book Besties UK on Etsy, and I've got Shadowhunters. I didn't read any last night, unfortunately, but I did start listening to With the Fire on High on Libby on audiobook. And here is my lunch. And yeah, let's get going. I just finished work. Did not get any reading done. I keep staring at the freaking thing. I need to look at you. I did not get any reading done. I did edit this vlog, however. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I'm just sitting at my desk, like, editing my freaking vlog, and the teachers are probably walking by, like, time to go home and relax. Literally all I do every single day is watch Markiplier play Dream Daddy. It is 4:30, you can't tell, but it's 4:30. Unfortunately, I am not crushing the NEWTs. I crushed the owls. I got 10 out of 12 prompts, even though I only needed to read 7 books, I think. And yeah, I also have to read 7 for the NEWTs, but the problem is I did the Book Junkie Trials last month, and I tried to do all 17 books. I read 15. I read 15 books last month, and so this month I'm just like, I'm freaking tired. And like I said, I have some family stuff going on. So yeah, this is my, this is from the Fairy Loot box, their reading journal. I don't know if you can see. I like to set a TBR for all of the prompts, even if I know I'm not gonna read them all. I still need to, I really do not like short stories. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check the rules again and see if she has, if it has to be a collection of short stories or if it can be something else, because where was I? For my defense against the dark arts, Black Under the Dust Jacket, I want to read this beauty, special edition of A Gathering of Shadows. So yeah, I read A Darker Shade of Magic last month and I loved it. And for the Professor Lockhart's Memory Charm for Defense Against the Dark Arts, the first book I thought of my Goldsboro edition of Recursion. I read Dark Matter for the Owls. I think I read it for a book with a red cover, so for Transfiguration. And I freaking loved it. I loved it. And last night I got another special edition Goldsboro book, but I'm not gonna say which one. Definitely need to read these two bad boys before the end of the month, and it's already what, the 22nd? Quick side note, the music I'm using for this vlog was created by my friend Alex, and he is just a disgustingly talented individual. I hate him. So when I was like, hey, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, can I use your music? And he said yes, but he works like a regular 9-to-5 job like I do, so his music stuff is very much on the side, and at the present time he doesn't want me to link to any of his channels like his YouTube or his SoundCloud at the present time, because he wants to kind of get them in order. So hopefully he will let me eventually link to his channel so that you can go and find his music. But yeah, only I get to use it, so that's cool. But yeah, you can hear he makes his own Vocaloid music. He made a song for me, which is crazy, when I used to have pink hair. And so it's a Vocaloid, Japanese Vocaloid about my freaking pink hair. I'll put that in a future video, but yeah, so I hope you like the music that he created, because yeah, he's just incredibly talented. My plans for the rest of the night are just to relax. I will probably catch up on watching some of my favorite booktubers. Then I'll do what I call hedgehog duty from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. I have to turn off all the lights. Even with the door closed, the hedgehogs will not come out if any light is shining into the room. And so I have to turn off all the lights. And I use my little like neck reading light. And I will try and get some reading done, and maybe I will update you before I go to sleep, but maybe not. I don't know what I'm doing. And so yeah, that's why if this vlog sucks, I mean, sorry. I'm trying my best. It's so weird to talk to a camera, and you don't think it's gonna be as weird as it is, and then you actually try and do it, and then you're trying to edit your video, and then you're looking at your stupid ugly face, and you're just like, apparently it's not as easy as it looks. Tomorrow I'm going to a festival in my town, so really excited for the festival. I go every year. The food is amazing, and I'm gonna try and vlog that, so, but I'll probably put it in a different video. I'll see you when I see you. I don't know.